Welcome to the Del Rivers Show, everybody. We're back yet for another scintillating episode of Comedy Stylings of the living legend, Del Rivers. I'm your running guest host, Mark Elliott, here in at the fringes of the Rust Belt in lovely Rochester, New York.
Yeah, without an audience, of course.
Well, we know
there's a virtual audience, but there's no real audience.
We have a virtual cult following in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh,
that
yes.
we don't know if it's related to the sarin gas cult. We hope not. And I implore the people of the sarin gas cult to leave the sarin gas alone. It's very bad. Yeah, I was reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, and I began to ponder the meaning of Del. I've known this guy for 25 years. He's constantly surprising me and never ceases to amaze and intrigue me with the things he comes up with. There's never any meanness or negativity in his comedy. I'd like to say that. The guy...
I try.
He's 100% real. One of the most honest guys I know, and no negativity or meanness, and I think that's a big deal. Even though you frequently made a complete spectacle of yourself, I've seen him do things on stage they're really not comedy. It's some kind of bizarre performance piece, frightening, possibly terrifying. I think certainly I know some young children would have been terribly frightened of Mr. Raisin.
Mr. Raisin.
Mr. Raisin was not.
That's only second to the time I dressed up as a clown. For real. I was at a comic book show and I dressed up with the full-fledged clown costume.
He just got
scared every kid that was in the place. They got scared. They were frightened.
He just got this haircut, which makes him look like a psychopath or Alfred Molina. One or the other.
I shouldn't cut it so short.
God.
Usually I don't. Yeah.
So this brings us to a part of the show I like to call Ask Del, well, actually, first let's go to Del's grab bag. Why don't you had some family photos you were going to pull out because, actually, they're mostly photos of you. He still won't show me photos of his family.
I noticed all these photos. I didn't want to show you any of my family photos because a lot of them are like this.
Right.
When my tongue's sticking out or something like that.
He's embarrassed because his tongue was sticking.
Like when I was
embarrassed at his lolling tongue at the age of 4, folks. It's a cute shot. Same haircut, except he had more style when he was 4, I think.
Oh, exactly. Here, I'll take that back.
I
don't want you to make copies.
What year do you think that is?
Oh, it was like 62.
62.
In the 1960s.
Huckleberry Hound shirt.
This is Niagara Falls. We used to have one of those.
This is classic Americana for our overseas fans.
The falls.
Yeah. This is what we do here. Niagara Falls.
That's my sister and my brother, by the way.
So you do sister and brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Your brother's maybe about 3. That's your sister.
Yeah.
It's like Adam Sandler.
My sister doesn't want to know. I got me wearing a John Belushi shirt.
This
is my punk rock
closer
years.
to what Del looked like back when I met him. When,
it was like 1980-ish.
80s.
Like that.
1980s.
It was early 80s back then. This is from a magazine article. I was chewing on some light bulbs.
Yeah. A little classic.
In other words, I had some ideas. This is like my idea picture. The bulb over the head.
And you had some other stuff in there, some visual comedy pieces.
Okay.
This is an idea of some of Del's visual comedy that he's done on stage. He likes to do the fake commercials.
Oh yeah, this is I like healthy and nutritious cigarettes.
Healthy and nutritious.
Lose weight and calm those nerves down with healthy and nutritious cigarettes.
What else you got in there? You got.
It was kind of lame, but I liked it. You got this one.
What you showed me?
Flaccid. Get rid of the molesterol that causes sexual urge. Woo! It's for all those sex ads. You gotta do something about that. I think I got one more. I can't make this one work though. If you think of something funny about it. Ancestry.com disclaimer.
If your name is Hess, there's a disclaimer you're not related to Rudolph Hess.
Yeah, read it in case they can't see it.
They can see enough of it. They've seen enough. Trust me, they've seen enough.
It says ask Volkswagen.
What else? You had something you were showing me earlier that.
Oh, the apps.
Let me see. What is that app list?
These are some apps that you could find on your smartphone. I thought there'd be kind of
colonoscopy app, a best man app. What is a boil lancer? Is there a boil lancer?
Yeah, gets rid of boils, you know. The pregnancy
these
test
are,
app,
I'm sorry, these are made up apps. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the pregnancy test app?
You know, you take the app and you pee on it. If it turns red, the app changes color if you're pregnant.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you see what I deal with.
It's my duty to make you laugh until you choke or
what
cry.
I deal with. I haven't. Thankfully, your humor hasn't been tubercular this evening, as it often is. He's one of the few people that can make me laugh until I'm going to hack up a lung. Okay, let's move on. Move on. Next part of the show we like to call Ask Del or Del's Questions, either or. Our former roommate of 25 years ago, Jason Brown, writes in and asks, do you remember the story about the master race?
The master race story?
Remember that?
It's a little bit vague.
It's a little vague. We were standing out on our porch one evening and looking across the street at this dilapidated house.
Oh, I know what it is now.
He knows what it is now. And it was filled with these hillbillies, kind of white trash metalheads living there, and they were coming and going, and there were some cute girls, and we were just kind of wondering what the hell's going on over there.
Oh, yeah.
And Del just looked at him and, in total seriousness, just said, geez, look at him over there, working on the master race. And it kind of peeled me over at the time, and I always remembered it. It was one of your clutch lines. It was very funny at the time. Really got me laughing.
The funniest thing about that house is it literally burned up inside, like it had a major fire in there.
I didn't know
Do you remember that? It had a big fire.
I don't remember that.
And I thought it was going to be demolished, and they saved it and rebuilt it from the inside.
Did the master race move back in?
Yeah, they did. The thing is, the fire was like a raging fire.
They're like these white trash hillbillies.
For like an hour, and
these were not an attractive group of people, Hence the irony of the statement.
Yeah, I thought they would have moved out, but they came back in. Of course.
That was pretty funny. And now we come to the part of the show we like to call German Word of the Day.
It wasn't Hess?
Today, no, it wasn't Hess. It wasn't Hess. Today's German word, Erinnerung. Erinnerung. It means memory. Can you say Erinnerung?
I forgot how to say it.
I haven't even tried yet. Is this related to your inability to gargle?
Yes. Inability to speak German words.
He claims he cannot gargle.
Yeah, I can't gargle.
I still haven't.
We went through that.
We went through that on the first pilot show.
In case anyone hasn't seen it.
In fact, I'm going to write that right down. I got to Google gargling to find out if this is actually a syndrome of some kind. I've never in all my days met someone who cannot fucking gargle.
Yeah. Well, you know what I Googled the other day? I just for the heck of it.
Can you say Erinnerung?
Erinnerung.
What did you Google the other day?
I thought it would be funny to Google one of the top singers of the country.
Yeah.
So I Googled Gaga.
You Googled Gaga. Jesus Christ.
Never mind.
On that note, I think we got to break.
Google Gaga.
I think we got to take a commercial break here, folks. We'll be right back with Comedy Stylings at Del Rivers.
Nice.
Okay, folks, we're back. Del Rivers Show, back from commercial break.
To Japan.
As always, arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah, the sun rises on you. The little red dot. I always think of the red dot.
That's true. When you think of Japan, you think of the red dot.
Yeah, and tin toys. It's another thing. A lot of stuff.
Tin toys?
Yeah, like World War II. Used to make a lot of tin toys out of cans and stuff like that.
They probably made tin toys everywhere, though. Not
Japan. Mostly Japan, though, I think.
You think mostly tin toys came from Japan?
Worth a lot of money in America nowadays.
Let's see. I was going to part of backtracking. Part of Del's questions or Ask Del. Jason Brown wanted. Well, at one time he wanted me to ask if you remembered when we covered this on the pilot episode. You remembered getting so angry about, I thought it was he who had said something about aliens having ray guns. And he said, no, this happened. We walked into a video store and they had some cutout of an alien with a ray gun, some B movie. And this, when I first got to know Del, and we walked in, and you had a fit. He was ranting, and he goes, oh, God, I hate when they do this. I mean, don't they know aliens don't have ray guns? You were searching for the way it said mine things, and apparently it really busted us up.
Think of something,
But that's just to let you know the Del Rivers that I knew way back when, who has gone on to intrigue and amaze me, and at times leave me sorely disappointed.
But I always liked aliens and UFOs and stuff. Ever since I was a kid, I used to have little spaceships taped to the wall and things like that.
Right.
I used to draw little spaceships.
You follow what goes on with the UFO conferences and things like that?
Yeah. I went to a MUFON conference once. I got a MUFON book and everything.
What are your opinions about the cattle mutilations?
Oh boy. I mean, that's a mystery to everybody.
You think it's a mystery? Or?
Yeah, I mean...
I heard they solved it already. They said it's all natural causes.
Well, if it was natural, why are they so precisely surgically
They said
cut?
they're not. It's a myth that they're surgically cut.
I don't know.
You believe it's not a myth?
I don't think it's a myth. I mean, it's just like with the crop circles. There's so many of them.
Too many.
How could it be all faked? It's like, come on.
How could it be?
It's like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Just like the thing they just mentioned something about religion last night with the Barbara Walters 2020.
Yeah, you watched. What they have
I was the atheist. It was making me angry that certain atheists they wouldn't even open their door just a crack to acknowledge that okay, religion. I hate to say it, a lot of it is BS. But the same token, why would some guy sit there, I gotta write all this down, making a big lie up? Well, it's, to write something down. It's like, come on, There's gotta be
it boggles the mind, yeah.
Yeah, why throw the baby out with the bathwater?
I don't know.
Until the baby's, dead or something. I don't know. It's like, give me a break.
You had something else that you wanted to bring out, some little... little
me and Mark were big IMDb fans, which stands for Internet Movie Database. And I played this little game in my head. One time we went against each other trying to figure out, who did the most movies. Like Anthony Quinn did something like 100 movies or something like that.
Del had a list here of the most movies.
I got the final tally, the top 3 that I have. It's Tommy Lee Jones has 593 movies. Samuel L. Jackson has 698, and Robert De Niro has 17,005 movies that he's created.
These are, of course, false numbers.
Yes, they're just made up.
Is this 3D? 3D now?
Oh, we don't want to rip that show off.
Okay. And that's a good way to end this show. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If there is anyone out there, we appreciate you watching, and we will be back next week with more of the Del Rivers Show, starring the one and only living legend.
You think I should bring a hat next time, or grow my hair again, or what?
We'll see how far it goes in 1 week. Hat.
Okay.
Alfred Molina impression.
Alfred Molina. I am